Hey there. So, today I'm going to talk about the 1978 version of Dawn of the Dead. This is the Steelbook cover, the Steelbook DVD metal edition, 2 DVD metal edition. It's got the Argento cut, Dario Argento, and George Romero cut. Now, it's directed by George Romero, the godfather of horror, godfather of zombies at least, and the godfather of the famous Death trilogy, and I'm speaking about Night, Dawn, and Day of the Dead. And actually, in my opinion, every movie went better as they came. Special effects, Tom Savini. Although a nitpick, the zombies in this one weren't that great. They were like blue, grayish painted. That was the difference between a human and a zombie, blue gray paint. And I know Savini regretted that, and he redid that. He took that problem away in the Day of the Dead, and he made cooler zombies with more wounds that looked more creepy. You had a few creepy zombies in Dawn of the Dead, but not there was just a few. Uh, but it's like George Romero put an ad in the paper. He's from Pittsburgh. He's a local Pittsburghian. Rest in peace, because the guy died a few years ago. And everybody knew him, and he asked, "Do you want to be a zombie?" And you get a symbolic dollar and a prop of the movie, and everybody wanted to do it, and you had hundreds of people who wanted to be zombies. So that's, for Savini to make every zombie be the shit. I think it's hard work, a lot of work. So plus he was fairly long in the third act in the movie as an actor, as one of the marauders, as one of the leaders of the marauders, of the looters. So find the time. There are two cuts basically: Dario Argento cut and the George Romero cut. Like I said, the Argento cut is 1 hour 27 minutes. Romero cut 1 hour 45 minutes. Now the Romero cut uh, is a little bit dragged out, and the Argento cut is a little bit more fast paced. I believe that he used darker blood, and Romero used that reddish paint like blood. Now, a little synopsis of the story. Got 4 survivors: Roger, Peter, Francine, Stephen. One is a helicopter pilot for the traffic control. One is working with Francine's working for the television station, and the other 2 are SWAT guys. And they had enough. They know the shit is hitting the fan. Sorry, shit is hitting the fan, and like a lot of people, they're just bailing. But of course, with a helicopter, finding fuel, it's hard to do. They find the shopping center, they spend the night, but they start to realize that there are a lot of goodies in there. There's food, there's water, there's ammunition, there's a lot of shit they can use, and they can live there to wait out what's happening outside. So they block the doors, kill all the zombies, and basically play house in a shopping center. And that's where I sort of have a few negative nitpicks. The nitpicks that I have is it's mostly in the Romero cut. You have it in the Argento cut, but not so long. That is, they're playing house, sort of. So they're testing clothes. They're looting the bank. They're money, 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 money. He's throwing the money in the air, and it takes a long time. It gets boring at some point. Just where's the fucking zombies? I want to see some fucking zombie action. Also, the zombies themselves, like I said, Savini had a problem with the amount of zombies, and it just made him look grayish, and that was the difference between him, between a zombie and a human. He had a few zombies that he made a prosthetic for, but he didn't have the time for it, and he regretted that. And the zombies are also pushovers. Like in the mall, you've got 100 zombies, and they're all just boing. You just do like this, and they fall over, and they're only dangerous when they're like 20, 30. The big ass group is, you know, rushing you. That's the only moment that they're really dangerous. So that's those are the only nitpicks I have. But for the rest of it, it's a fun movie. It's good. The acting is okay. Sometimes a little bit hammy, but for the most part, it's okay. You have to realize it's still a low budget movie. I think it was 1.3 million, $0.5 million he got for this movie. They didn't know how to shut down the lights of the mall and the fountains of the mall and the the voice that's calling out a deal where you can get 10% off. They didn't know how to put it off. They could only film there at nights because in the day the mall was open. It was in Pittsburgh, in his home country, in his home territory. Um, uh, so yeah, for a low budget movie, it was okay. It's okay. It's a good movie. And it's still called till this day. I mean, it got a fucking remake, so it's a good movie. It, for 1978 movie, it's pretty well acted. Well, sometimes, like I said, some a little bit hammy, but you know, it's a fun movie. You sort of care for the characters, especially for Peter and Francine. Didn't care for Steven so much because he's always an idiot. He was always doing stupid stuff. And Roger, actually cared for Roger, but he was so unhinged at some point. I think he was going crazy that that's a little bit of a spoiler that he gets bit. But fortunately, they didn't went with the alternative ending, which I will spoil. The alternative ending was that Peter would blow his head off, and Francine would put her head between the blades of the chopper because she's waiting for Peter on the chopper, but she doesn't want to go alone. And they used that effect earlier on in the movie when when the SWAT team members and the military goes into the housing projects, and Wooly, that ape shit SWAT team member, just shoots everybody on sight. He kicks in a door, and there's this guy with a beard and black hair who uses a shotgun on, and the head explodes. That effect was actually Francine, but they used a black wig and a beard, so they covered it up that it didn't look like a woman. But that was the original effect you used to have Francine put her heads between the blades of the chopper. So I'm really happy they didn't go that route. Although they end the movie that they don't have a lot of fuel, and I don't think they're gonna go far with the chopper, but okay, they're still alive, and I like the ending where, I'm spoiling a lot here, but I don't give a shit. Where he's, he wants to lift Peter, and he uses the little gun on a zombie, and you have this Popeye music, and he's like, or Superman music, and he's karate chopping zombies, going on the ladder, going in the chopper, and goes away with Francine. So, well, it's a better ending, in my opinion. I also got this little bit of merch. It's a custom made, it's not a reaction action figure. You've got the reaction vintage made action figures, you may know, but this one is a custom made figure. Now these custom made figures, this is a zombie. Look, this is the back. I love the back, the printing of the back. You can even get Romero here when he's older. I mean, these are so fun, these figurines, but you can get them. You can even get an enchilada from Friday the 13th, Part 5, The New Beginning, where Damon is going to the bat room and he's saying, I never should have ate those fucking enchiladas, and he has diarrhea. I mean, you got an enchilada as an action figure, and then of course the cover of Friday the 13th, Part 5. So there are a lot of custom figures made these days, but they're really expensive. Like this one cost me $50. Some are like $100, because they take a lot of time to make. Probably that's the reason. But it's a cool piece of merchandise, and you know me, it comes across my pad, and I buy it. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead, 1978. It's a great movie. It's a fun movie. It's good gore, especially at the end with the Marauders. And got a few cool zombies. And it's a classic. And I think a good idea would be seeing 78 version and then the, I think, 2004 remake version. Completely different. Still a few characters with the same name, but the zombies are completely different. Great movie though. But we're talking about this one, and this one is also a classic. So when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. See ya.